In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Welcome, my dear students, with you, Mr. Hatem, and today we have another lesson in our module 4, 4D, going abroad. Going abroad means traveling outside the country. 1. Vocabulary. Listen, what do the verbs in bold mean? Match them with the pictures from A to H. These are verbs which are in bold, or what we need to know the meaning of each verb and match it with its picture. So number 1, Ted waved goodbye to Jordan. Ted waved goodbye to Jordan. Wave means when you do like that. When you do like that, when you move your hands towards someone, that means waving. So which picture has waving? Yeah, here is Ted waving goodbye to Jordan. So this picture is number 1. Okay. Number 2, my picture. My grandfather hugs me whenever he sees me. My grandfather, the father of your father, so that we must have an old person, old man. So this picture has an old man. So hugs me, what the meaning of hug? When you make someone very close to you, that means that he is hugging you. So this picture is our picture. Okay, number 2. When someone do like that, here grandfather is hugging his son of his son. Okay. Do people in your country shake hands when they greet each other? Shake hands. Shake hands when hands meet each other. So this movement or that thing called shake hands. So these two persons are shaking their hands. So which picture has shake hands here? Yes, right. So this is number 3. Okay, number 4. Hamid met his brother at the bus stop and they kissed each other on the cheek. Cheek. Kiss, okay. That is the cheek, the side of your face, and the other side of your face is called the cheek. So they kissed. When you do like that on one side or a side, on a side, on someone's side of his face, that means kissing. So now he is kissing his brother. Number 5. Harry nodded to Hal to show that he agreed with Mark. Note when you move your face up and down, move your head up and down, that means note. So Harry nodded to show that he agreed with Mark. So which picture? Yes, right. So D is number 5. Okay. Japanese people bow when they want to greet someone. Bow when you move your back towards land a little, so like that in this picture. These are the greetings of Japanese people. So this picture, yeah, that's booing, they are booing to each other now. So this picture is number 6. Number 7, there is Harry, said Liam, and Liam and pointed to a boy who was walking past. Point like that when you do with your finger like that. So which picture is here? Yes, right, F. So F is number 7. Smile. I want to take your picture. Smile. Smile. Show your teeth. Smile when you do like that. Smiling. Okay. Laughing without voice. So number A is number 8. So let's move to reading part. Let's listen to the script first and come back to read it together.
2. Read. A. Below are some travel tips. Listen and read.
Travel tips. Cultural differences. Before you travel to a foreign country, it is a good idea to learn a few things about the customs and gestures of the people. These may be very different from yours, and if you're not familiar with them, you might make a fool of yourself or even get into trouble. Saudi Arabia. Many Saudis offer their guests a delicious qahwa, or Arabic coffee, which they pour from a special coffee pot which is held high above the guest's cup. What most foreigners don't know is that your host will keep pouring coffee until you let him know you don't want any more. You do this by shaking the cup from side to side. China. Greeting in China is usually a slight nod and a bow. Also, it is polite to offer a gift to a Chinese host when you visit. However, hosts will often refuse the gift many times before accepting it. Peru. Raising your eyebrows in most countries is a sign of surprise. But in Peru, it means money or pay me. So if someone from Peru owes you money, remember to raise your eyebrows. India. Be careful when you want to point at something in India because it is impolite to use your finger. You should either signal to something using your chin or even better, your whole hand. Also, in some places, you need to remove your shoes. It's considered rude behavior if you don't. And if you offend someone, the best way to say sorry is to tap the person on the shoulder, then tap your forehead.
Okay, let's read together. Travel tips. Cultural differences. Travel tips. Okay, cultural differences. The difference between a country and another. Before you travel to a foreign country, foreign means that this country is not your country, so it is a good idea to learn a few things about the customs and gestures. Customs, the things that people usually do in this country, okay, and gestures, the movements that they do with their hands, body, anything. So these are gestures of the people. These may be very different from yours, and if you are not familiar, if they don't know you with them, you might make a fool of yourself. You might make yourself as to be shown up as a stupid man, or even get into trouble. There will be problems. Saudi Arabia, the first country with us today, Saudi Arabia. Many Saudis offer their guests when someone come to your house or to your home a delicious qahwa or Arabic coffee. Qahwa is Arabic coffee, by the way. When they pour, when you put the liquid, the coffee from its pot to the cup of the guest. When you pour, now he is pouring qahwa, he is pouring the coffee from a special coffee pot. This is the special coffee pot where they call it della, which is held, you catch it, which is held high above the guest cup. It's so high. Can you see that? It's so high. So above the guest cup. What most foreigners don't know, most foreign people who are not from Saudi Arabia, foreigners don't know is that your host, the man who you are in his house, that called the host. So host is the opposite of guest. Host is the opposite of guest. Will keep pouring coffee. Will keep pouring coffee until you let him know you don't want anymore. So he will still pouring coffee until you tell him that you don't know anymore. But how? Well, you tell him that you don't want any more by saying thank you. No, but so how you will do that? You do this by shaking the cup from side to side, shaking the cup from side to side like that. By shaking the cup, when you shake the cup from side to side, that means that thanks, that's enough. So he will stop pouring you a coffee. China. Greeting in China is usually a slight nod and a bow. Slight nod, slight nod and a bow. Also, it's polite to offer a gift. To polite, we took this word. The opposite of polite is impolite. To offer a gift to a Chinese host when you visit. However, hosts will often refuse, will not take the gift many times before accepting it. Finally, he will say okay and he will take it. Okay, Peru, another country, raising your eyebrows, raising your eyebrows, the hair here, the hair above your eye, that called eyebrows. When you raise it to make it up, is more in most countries is a sign of surprise, like this child, the sign of surprise. But in Peru, it means money or pay me, give me money. So if someone from Peru owes you money, if you give money to someone in Peru or from Peru, remember to raise your eyebrows. Remember to raise your eyebrows to let him know that you want your money back. Okay, India. Be careful when you want to point at something in India because it's impolite to use your finger. It's impolite to use your finger. You should either signal to something using your chin. Chin. This is your chin. This part of your face called chin. Okay? Do something using your chin, or even better, your whole hand to point something. Don't use just one finger. Use your chin or use your whole hand. Also, in some places, you need to remove your shoes. You need to remove your shoes. Don't enter some place with your shoes. You need to remove your shoes. It's considered, they saw that as a rude behavior, bad behavior. If you don't, and if you offend someone, the best way to say sorry is to tap, to hit him on his shoulder in a slight way, to tap the person on the shoulder, then tap your forehead. Okay, so read the text again and the statements from 1 to 4. Say where the people travel to. Here we have something like 4 situations. From these situations, we will know the country that this situation happened in. So I asked a man for information about a building and pointed at it with my finger. He looked very annoyed. Yes, the country that consider when you point at something with your finger is a rude behavior is right, India. Excellent. Number 2, when I arrived, I gave him a present, but he didn't want it. I had to offer it again and again until he finally took it. The country that happened in is India, so the host doesn't accept a gift from his guest from the first time, so you have to offer it again and again. So this country is China, right? Number 3, It was my first month there, and I didn't want to bump into this person because I owed him money, but when I did, he just looked really surprised. Very strange. So, the money, yes, right, Peru. Number four, when I held my cup, when I held my cup close to the coffee pot, waiting for my host to pour me some coffee, he was shocked. Right, it's for sure Saudi Arabia. Find words in the text about Peru and India that match the meanings below. So we our exercise here about the new words in Peru and India. So move something to a higher position. Move something to a higher position. Yes, right. Raising or rise. Okay, the part of your face above your eyes. What is this part called? Yes, forehead. Okay, have to give money to someone because you borrowed it. Yes, right, all. Make people understand by sending a message or sign. Signal the part of your face under your neck, shoulder, or chin. Under your mouth, so it's chin. To be rude and unpleasant to somebody, yes, offend. To hit quickly and lightly with the finger tap. Okay, so repeat after me, please, my dear students. This these new words, and please write them down and memorize all of these words. So repeat after me. Tips, tips. Cultural differences, foreign customs, gestures, familiar, make a fool of yourself, get into trouble, guests, poor, pot, held, hold, foreigners, host, shaking, China, slight, polite, gift, refuse, accepting, hero, raising, eyebrows, sign, pay me, oh, India, impolite, signal, chin, remove, considered, rude, behavior, offend, tap, shoulder, forehead. That was our lesson today, my dear students. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again in another appointments and another lessons. And bye for now.